So in my last video, we recreated kids films into horror films, and next I got asked to do video games. So that's what we're doing. Today, we're transforming the creative, blocky world of Minecraft into a PEGI 18 rated horror game. So let's get into this. So we'll start off here with the blank canvas, and I'm just going to add in our Minecraft house. Look at that, beautiful. Right, so I needed a house here that had 2 windows, and you will see why later. So for this to work, I don't need the bottom bit, so I'm just going to get rid of that here. And then we're going to add in the Herobrine head. If you don't know who Herobrine is, well, he's a scary being, that's all I can say. So he's going to be the center point of our poster here. So I'm just going to line this up now so it is the same size of the house. I'm sure you can roughly see what I am trying to do here at the moment, where the windows of the house become the eyes of the face. So I'm just going to line that up to how I need that here, and as you can see, I've definitely made the house way too small. So we'll just enlarge that like so it's sort of center of the page itself. Then what I'm just going to do after that is make sure the face is lined up exactly how I want it. So I'm just going to clean some of this up here and just make sure that I match up the faces perfectly. The sides perfectly to the faces like so. So I'll hold shift here and line that up, and then we will do the same on the other side. Just hold shift and line that up so that is perfect. And there we go, look at that. So as you can see here, I haven't lined it up perfectly because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see most of the head. So for this to work, we can't just have a floating head, so I'm going to get the rest of his body in here. So for that, I'm just using a completely different photo of Steve, which we will just cut the head out from. So I've just got to line that up perfectly. He's going to look like he's got a bit of a big head for a little bit. So we're going to line that up perfectly to how I need it. Perfect, there we go. It doesn't matter that it's blurry, you're not going to see the blurriness in the end result. So now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up these edges here. So all I need for this is literally just the house. I don't need the sky background, and I also don't need the grass either side. So just go ahead and clear that up here. As you can see, I do just also need to clear up the head as well because it's poking outside the house. We don't want that. So what I'm just going to do for the background here is just get a black to red gradient going across here. And then I do need to bring that to the behind layer so that you can see the face at the front. So we'll just go through and clean up all the edges here. Just like so. Make sure that there's no green visible at all on both sides. Perfect. Then after we've done that, I'm just going to now move on to the eyes. So the eyes are supposed to be 2 blocks thick. So you will see me do 2 blocks thick because that's just how it is, but I think unfortunately in the poster itself it just makes it look a bit too goofy. I think the end result looks a bit goofy overall, but because his eyes are actually lower down than where I want them, it just looks really silly. So as you can see, I'm going to mess around here with his actual eyes himself for probably a few minutes. I'll probably speed this bit up. Then we're actually going to go ahead and you'll see the realization where I just turn around and I just make it the one cube thick just for the windows. Yeah, so you can see how goofy that looks. Bearing in mind, I wanted the eyes to be the windows, but where the actual eyes lay, they lie under the windows, so it looks stupid. So what I'm just going to do is I will highlight the windows here, and then I will turn them white, and we will just do it like that. It still gives the same effect. It isn't fully to the T of how he looks, but it still does the same job. So put those in, and then I will apply a glow around those as well, because his eyes are glowing at the end of the day. That's why they're white. Right, so now we have the main foundations laid down. We're going to do a hue and saturation layer here on the house itself, just to tone down the brightness completely, because you don't want it too flashing. It's supposed to be a horror game at the end of the day. And then once we've done that, what I just need to then get sorted is the rest of the background. So I'll merge that down just so it's just the house, and that layer stays as it is. And then what we're just going to go ahead and do is just fade his body out so his body is in the darkness itself. So for that, I'm just going to use the eraser tool, a very soft brush, and I'm just going to brush away the parts that I don't need. Also, I'm very ill right now. I apologise. Awful. So ill, but it's not going to stop me. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Fade it out, lower the opacity down. I don't know why I said that. Then we're just going to add in the background that I need. So I've got this Minecraft forest background, which I'm just going to plonk here just behind the house. I'm just going to fade it around the edges so the blackness of the background fades into the forest. Then I'm going to fade it here as well, so then the darkness of the sky fades into the blood red. So I'm just going to add the glow to the eyes now, which I should have done earlier. Lower the opacity of the eyes down just a smidge. And then from here, get the game logo in, which I was going to put at the top, but I'm going to put something else at the top. So the Minecraft logo goes at the bottom, followed by the new rating of 18 at the bottom as well. Then at the top here, I just want to write like a little slogan almost, like a little saying. And I personally think like a beigeish sort of yellowish colour would work the best for this, because I think you can definitely see it on the back of the background a lot better. So we're going to write he waits, because that's what he does at the end of the day. He waits for you. He watches. Those glowing eyes have got to be put to use somehow. And then Minecraft, right, there's a couple of modes. One of the modes in Minecraft is survival, and that's what we want to showcase what the game's all about, surviving. So, can you survive? So now I've got the foundations written down. What I really want is some of the text to be behind the house. So I'm just going to play around with this a bit now, just to sort of get the best sort of composure. Is that the word I'm looking for? What word am I looking for here? The best placement. We'll use that. The best placement for the words. Right, so we are almost done. Just going to make a few tweaks here. So we're just going to do a brightness and contrast layer here and lower down the brightness and then just lock that onto the layer below. Now I think there's too much red showcasing on top, so I'm just going to make the background a little bit bigger just so you can see the night sky, just so you can see the forest a little bit better. Now we're just going to fade out just some extra bits here, like the bottom of the house I think just needs to be faded just a little bit into the darkness. Then we're just going to flatten the image completely and just finish off. So I'm going to do a black and white filter here and just darken those reds down a bit. Don't worry, it's not staying black and white. Okay, so we'll lower those reds down to where we need them, and then what I'm just going to do is hop over to the opacity and I'm just going to change that down maybe to something like 25, 30. And then we're going to merge that down as well, and then to finish it all off we need to add a camera raw filter. So I'm going to play around with these filters here and then we'll all be done. And there we have it, the final Minecraft horror poster. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any more suggestions, I'll be more than happy to do them. Also, thank you so much. I've blown up recently, which is mental. Over 200 subscribers now, so I appreciate it. For all the people supporting me, absolutely wonderful. If you want to support me more, please check out my clothing brand at imcl.shop. It is in the description below. And yeah, I've got a couple of great videos coming up and I hope you all enjoy them. So yeah, like, subscribe. Thank you very much.